George?
His own father?
No, this is all the brothers. This is Richard I, who did the action, Richard Plantagenet, who was the Duke of York. He's not part of this play, so we don't need to worry about him. It's basically from here on down. This is the Prince of Wales, who was one of the princes in the Tower, and his little brother was Richard of York. So you have that. Lady Margaret Plantagenet is here, and also Edward. Yeah, this was the Lady Anne Neville.
They're all murderers. They'll kill him.
Well, you're speaking about the evening.
They died.
But let us consider this as your home base. This is all the family that you're dealing with, plus Henry VII, and not Henry VIII. It's just as soon as he takes over the land, the kingdom, the play is over. Okay?
Who is it? Act 2. Scene 1, London, a room in the palace. Enter King Edward, sick. Queen Elizabeth, Dorset, Rivers, Hastings, Buckingham, Grey, and others. Oh, why so? Now have I done a good day's work. You peers, continue this united league. I every day expect an embassage from my Redeemer to redeem me hence. And more in peace my soul shall part to heaven, since I have made my friends at peace on earth. Rivers and Hastings, take each other's hand. Dissemble not your hatred. Swear your love.
By heaven, my soul is purged from this gripping hate, and with my hand I heal thy true love.
Oh, so thrive I, as truly swear the like.
Take heed, you dally not before your king, lest he that is the supreme king of kings confound your hidden falsehood, and award either of you to be the other's end.
So prosper I, as I swear perfect love,
And as I love Hastings with my heart.
Adam, yourself are not exempt in this. Nor you, Dorset, Buckingham, nor you. You have factious one against the other. Wife, love Lord Hastings. Let him kiss your hand. And what you do it unfeignedly.
Fair Hastings, I will never more remember our former hatred. So thrive I and mine.
Dorset, embrace him. Hastings, love Lord Marquis.
This interchange of love, I here protest, upon my part shall be inviolable.
and so swear I.
Now,
Hastings.
Yeah, or you
Princely
pass it off.
Buckingham, seal thou this league with thy embracements to my wife's
pass it off.
allies, and make me happy in your unity. Buckingham?
Oh, sorry, we were bickering over who's who.
Leave this bickering, Buckingham.
Whenever Buckingham doth turn his hate upon your grace, but with all duteous love, doth cherish you, please, Mom. With all, where am I? Duteous love, doth cherish you and yours. God punish me with hate in those where I expect most love. When I most, we're still, who's who? I'm radaring over there. Sorry. Whenever Buckingham doth turn his hate upon your grace, but with all duteous love doth cherish you and yours, God punish me with hate in those who, where I expect most love. When I have most need to employ a friend, and most assured that he is a friend, deep, hollow, treacherous, and full of guile, be he unto me. This do I beg of God, when I am cold in love to you or yours.
A pleasing, cordial, princely Buckingham, is this I vow to my sickly heart. There wanteth now our brother Gloucester here to make the blessed period of this peace.
And in good time. Here comes Sir Richard Ratcliffe and the Duke. Somewhere.
Sayest thou,
Oh,
Richard.
Gloucester?
Good morrow to my sovereign king and queen and princely peers. A happy time of day.
Happy indeed, as we have spent the day, Gloucester. We have done deeds of charity and made peace of enmity, fair love of hate between these swelling, wrong incensed peers.
What a blessed honor, my most sovereign lord. Among this princely heap, if any here, by false intelligence or wrong surmise, hold me a foe. If I unwittingly have aught committed that is hardly borne by any in this presence, I desire to reconcile me to his friendly peace. 'Tis death to me to be at enmity. I hate it, and desire all good men's love. First, madam, I entreat 2 pieces of you, which I will purchase with my duteous service. Of you, my noble cousin Buckingham, if ever any grudge were lodged between us, of you, and you, Lord Rivers, and Lord Dorset, of you, Lord Woodville, and Lord Scales, of you, that all without desert have frowned on me, dukes, earls, lords, gentlemen, indeed of all. I do not know that Englishman alive with whom my soul is in any jot at odds more than the infant that is born tonight. I thank my God for my humility.
A holiday shall this be kept hereafter. I would to God all strifes were well compounded. My sovereign lord, I do beseech your highness to take our brother Clarence to your grace.
Why, madam, have I offered love but this to be so flouted with this royal presence? Who knows not that the gentle duke is dead? You do him injury to scorn his course.
Who knows not he is dead? Who knows he is?
All-seeing heaven, what a world is this?
Look, I so pale, Lord Dorset, as the rest.
Hey, my lord, no man in the presence, but his right call hath forsook his cheeks.
Clarence dead? The order was reversed.
But he, my poor man, by your first order died. And that winged Mercury did bear, some tardy cripple, bear the countermaid that came to lag to see him buried. God grant that some, less noble and less loyal, near the blood of thoughts, but not in blood, deserve not worse than wretched Clarence did, yet go current from suspicion.
Stanley.
Stanley.
A boon, my sovereign, for the service done.
I prithee, peace. My soul is full of sorrow.
I will not rise unless your highness is near me.
Then say at once what it is thou requestest.
To forfeit, sovereign of my servant's life, who slew all day a righteous gentleman, lately attendant on the Duke of Norfolk.
Have I a tongue to doom my brother's death, and shall that tongue give pardon to a slave? My brother killed no man, his fault was thought, and yet his punishment was bitter death. Who sued to me for him? Who, in my wrath, kneeled at my feet and bade me be advised? Who spoke of brotherhood? Who spoke of love? Who told me how the poor soul did forsake the mighty Warwick and did fight for me? Who told me in the field at Tewkesbury when Oxford had me down? He rescued me and said, dear brother, live and be a king. Who told me when we both lay in the field almost frozen to death, how he did lap me even in his garments, and did give himself all thin and naked to the numb cold night? All this from my remembrance, brutish wrath sinfully plucked, and not a man of you had so much grace to put it in my mind. But when your carters or your waiting vassals have done a drunken slaughter, and defaced the precious image of our dear Redeemer, you straight are on your knees for pardon. Pardon! And I, unjustly too, must grant it you. But for my brother not a man would speak, nor I, ungracious, speak unto myself for him, poor soul. The proudest of you all have been beholding to him in his life, yet none of you would once beg for his life. Oh God, I fear that justice will take hold on me, and you and mine and yours for this. Come, Hastings, help me to my closet now. Poor Clarence.
This is the fruits of rashness. Marked you not how the guilty kindred of the queen looked pale when she did hear of Clarence's death? Oh, they did urge it still unto the king. God will revenge him. Come, lords, will you go to comfort Edward with our company?
We wait upon your grace.
Good.
Scene 2, the same room in the palace.
And we'll skip this scene and take a break.
Good, thank you.
Yeah, bless you, bless you.
I love that scene.
Two scenes skipped.
Mash them together.
How old is you two?
Go.
I want to.
Hold on a second.
What do you mean, hold on?
Ready?
Rolling on audio. Action. Oh, is this yours?
Do it.
Act 3, Scene 1, the same, a street. Trumpet sound. Enter the Prince of Wales, Gloucester, Buckingham, Catesby, Cardinal Bouchier, and others.
Welcome, sweet prince, to London, to your chamber. Richard?
Is that me now? Oh, I'm Richard. Welcome, dear cousin, my thoughts sovereign. The weary way hath made you melancholy.
No, uncle, but our crosses on the way have made it tedious, wearisome, and heavy. I want more uncles here to welcome me.
Sweet prince, the untainted virtue of your years hath not yet divided into the world's deceit. No more can you distinguish of a man than of his outward show, which, God knows, seldom or never jumpeth with the heart. Those uncles which you want are dangerous. Your grace attended to their sugared words, but look not on the poison of their hearts. God keep you from them and from such false friends.
Oh, God keep me from false friends, but they were none.
My lord, the mayor of London comes to greet you.
God bless you, cries with health and happy dies.
I thank you, good my lord, and thank you all. I thought my mother and my brother York were long ere this have met us on the way. Fie, what a slug is Hastings, that he comes not to tell us whether they will come or no.
And in good time, here comes the sweating lord.
Welcome, my lord. What will our mother come?
Hastings?
On what occasion, God, he knows, and not I.
I'm sorry.
The queen, your mother, and your brother York have taken sanctuary. The tender prince would fain to come with to me to meet your grace, but by his mother would be force withheld. Fie, what an indirect and peevish course. This is of hers. Lord Cardinal, will your grace persuade the Queen to send the Duke of York unto his princely brother presently? If she deny, Lord Hastings go with him, and from her jealous arms pluck him perforce.
Who's the Cardinal?
The Cardinal, yes, my Lord of Buckingham, is my weak oratory can from his mother win the Duke of York, anon expect him here. But if she be obdurate to mild entreaties, God heaven forbid, we should infringe the holy privilege of blessed sanctuary. Not for all this land would I be guilty of so deep a sin.
You are too senseless, obstinate, my lord, too ceremonious and traditional. Weighed but with the grossness of this age, you break not sanctuary in seizing him. The benefit thereof is always granted to those whose dwellings have deserved the place, and those who have the wit to claim the place. This prince has neither claimed nor deserved it, and therefore, in mine opinion, cannot have it. Then, taking him from thence is not there. You break no privilege nor charter there. Oft I've heard of sanctuary men, but sanctuary children never till now.
Nay, well, yes, is that true? Oh, my lord, you shall rule my mind for once. Come on, Lord Hastings. Will you go with me?
I go, my lord.
Well, what do you think, Prince?
Good Lord, I'm just so interested. Good Lords, make all the speedy haste you may. Say, Uncle Gloucester? Gloucester, if our brother come, where shall we sojourn till our coronation?
Where it seems best unto your royal self, if I may counsel you. Some day or two your highness shall repose you at the Tower. Then, where you please, and shall be thought most fit for your best health and recreation.
I do not like the Tower of any place. Did Julius Caesar build that place, my lord?
He did, my gracious lord, begin that place, which since succeeding ages have re-edified.
Is it upon record or else reported successively from age to age he built it?
Upon record, my gracious lord.
But say, my lord, if we're not registered, methinks the truth should live from age to age, as 'twere retailed to all posterity, even to the general all-ending day.
So wise, so young, they say, to never live long.
What say you, uncle?
I say, without characters, fame lives long. Thus, like the formal vice, iniquity, are moralized two meanings in one word.
That Julius Caesar was a famous man, with what his valor did enrich his wit set down to make his valor live. Death makes no conquest of this conqueror, for now he lives in fame, though not in life. I'll tell you what, my cousin Buckingham.
What, my gracious lord?
And if I live until I be a man, I'll win our ancient right in France again, or die a soldier as I lived a king.
Short summers lightly have a forward spring.
Now, in good time, here comes Duke of York.
Richard of York, how fares our loving brother?
He was York.
Do we have York?
Ark of
Oh,
York.
is that me? Or am I?
New York?
New York.
Is,
This
how
is
about
the
how about
young
Michael?
York. Does it say the young York?
I said Richard
He's York right
Oh,
here.
York.
He's York.
Okay,
Good.
jump in there.
Old York.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Old
whoa,
York.
whoa.
Or is it-
Old York. New York.
Is this the young York? That's
He's the New York.
My script says
Okay.
young
Young
York.
York.
Whoa,
Okay,
whoa, whoa, whoa.
That's
My
you,
dread
right.
lord. So must I call you now?
Aye, brother, to our grief as it yours. Too late he died that might have kept that title, which by his death hath lost much majesty.
How fares our cousin, noble Lord of York?
Oh, I thank you, gentle uncle. Oh, my lord. You said that I idle weeds are fast in growth. My prince, my brother, hath outgrown me far.
He hath, my lord.
Oh, and thereafter is he idle?
Go, my fair cousin, I must not say so.
Then he is more belonging to you than I.
He may command me as my sovereign, but you have power in me as a kinsman.
I pray you, uncle, give me this dagger.
My dagger, little cousin? With all my heart.
Oh, a beggar, brother?
My kind uncle, that I know will give, and being but a toy which is not grief to give.
A greater gift than that I'll give my cousin.
A greater gift? Oh, that's the sword to it.
Aye, gentle cousin, were it light enough.
Oh, and then I see I will part but with light gifts. In weightier things, I would say beg or nay.
It is too weighty for your grace to wear.
Weigh it slightly, wear it heavier.
What? Would you have my weapon?
I
Lord?
would, yes. Then I thank you as you call me.
How?
A little.
My Lord of York will still be cross in talk. Uncle, your grace knows how to bear with him.
You mean to bear me? Not to bear with me? Oh, uncle, my brother mocks both of you and me, because then I am little like an ape. He thinks that you should bear me on the shoulders.
With a sharp provided witty reasons to migrate the scorn he gives his uncle, he prettily and aptly taunts himself. So cunning and so young is wonderful.
My lord, will please you pass along. Myself and my good cousin Buckingham will to your mother to entreat of her to meet you at the tower and welcome you.
What? We going to the tower, my lord?
Oh, my Lord Protector needs will have it so.
I shall not sleep in quiet at the tower.
Why, what would you fear?
Oh, Mary, my Uncle Clarence, angry ghost. My grandam told me he was a murderer there.
I fear no uncle's dead.
Nor none that live, I hope.
And if they live, I hope I need not fear. But come, my lord, with a heavy heart, thinking on them, go I unto the tower.
Thank you, my lord. This little prating York was not incensed by his subtle mutter to taunt and scorn you thus opprobriously.
No doubt. Oh, 'tis a parlous boy, bold, quick, ingenious, forward, capable. He's all the mothers from top to toe.
Well, let them rest. Come hither, Gatsby. Thou art sworn as deeply to affect what we intend as closely to conceal what we impart. You knowest our reasons urged upon the way. What thinkest thou? Is it not an easy matter to make William Lord Hastings of our mind for the installment of this noble duke in the seat royal of his famous uncle, Isle? Of this famous Isle?
Oh, yeah. He, for his father's sake, so loves the prince, that he will not be one to aught against him.
What thinkst thou then of Stanley? Will not he?
He will do. All in all, Hastings doth.
Well then, no more but this. Go gentle, Gatsby, and as if were far off, sound thou Lord Hastings, how he doth stand affected to our purpose, and summon him to morrow to the tower to sit about the coronation. If thou dost find him tractable to us, encourage him, and tell him all our reasons. If he be leaden, icy, cold, unwilling, be thou so too, and so break off the talk, and give us notice of his inclination. For we tomorrow hold divided councils, wherein thyself shall highly be employed.
Commend me to Lord William. Tell him, Catesby, his ancient knot of dangerous adversaries tomorrow are let blood at Pomfret Castle, and bid my lord, for joy of this good news, give Mistress Shore one gentle kiss the more.
Good Casby. Go effect this business soundly.
My good Lord doth, with all the heals I can.
Shall we hear from you, Catesby, ere we sleep?
You shall, my lord.
At Crosby Place, there you shall find his berth.
Now, my lord, shall we... What shall we do if we perceive Lord Hastings will not yield to our complots?
Chop off his head. Something we will determine, and look, when I am king, claim thou of me the earldom of Hereford, and all the movables whereof the king my brother stood possessed.
I'll claim that promise at your grace's hand.
And look to have it yielded with all kindness. Come, it is supper time, that afterwards we may digest our complots in some form. Scene.
We're going to skip scene 2 because it is Mr. Gray, Mr. Rivers, and Mr. Vaughn go to their executions. Scene 2. Scene 2 is
Which is
that.
a downer. Okay.
Scene 3.
Scene 3
is
Pomfret before the castle. Enter Ratcliffe with halberds, carrying Rivers, Gray, and Vaughan to death.
and then scene 4 is
Are we skipping 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Skipping 3.
They're off to
Scene
die.
4.
Everybody's there.
Richard summarily accuses Hastings of treachery before making his execution. So we'll skip that.
And we're
Okay.
skipping that.
Cross another one off.
Next.
Scene 5 is following Hastings' execution.
Next.
Richard and Buckingham are quick to forestall public opposition. Oh boy. We don't need that. do we?
And skip.
Okay, skip.
Are we
And
skipping that?
scene 6 is a scrivener is appalled by Hastings' execution.
Awesome.
And evil times. We don't care.
What's a scrivener?
Scriveners.
Scriber.
Oh.
Scribbler.
Interesting
Scribe.
word.
Yeah.
Scribbler. Next.
So scene 7 is having failed to win the crowd's support for Richard. Buckingham stages a scene for the mayor
Next.
and
Oh, sorry.
addresses all the citizens, to which Richard will pretend that he's reading the Bible so that he can look like he's a little bit more of the public use. Sounds like a politician. Act 4 is where we'll take up.
Skip it.
I wouldn't mind. This one's kind of interesting.
4, 1.
Act 4, Scene 1 is the Tower. Queen Elizabeth, Duchess of York, and Anne. Now, who is
York?
Richard's
Oh, no,
wife?
You
I'm back.
And they're
And-
presented.
4, Scene 1, London. Before the tower enter on one side Queen Elizabeth, Duchess of York, and Marquis of Dorset. On the other, Anne, Duchess of Gloucester, leading Lady Margaret Plantagenet, Clarence's young daughter.
Had a lot of people there. There's 4 women in there, folks.
Next.
That's fine.
So who's the Duchess of Gloucester? Do we have one?
Yeah, we do not. I heard a voice.
Yeah, let Peter take
He
it.
didn't give me that one, but I'll do it.
Let
Well,
Peter
okay.
take it.
What's the
You
rule?
don't know.
What do you need?
Duchess of Gloucester.
Duchess of Gloucester.
Gloucester.
Yes.
Lieutenant should
Good
be-
question. Okay.
Oh yes, I'm wondering what exactly is happening now after all that.
We skipped to where am I?
Where am I?
What's going on?
I was reading other people's parts for the last 3 scenes in which nothing was really going forth except that everyone had to accept Richard as the new king
Okay,
without the boys who are now in the tower.
I see. Okay.
Is it the
That's
boy?
why
All right.
you three ladies are going to argue about it.
Right.
I'll
All right.
I'll
Okay.
take Lieutenant.
Are we on?
Hey, lady. So he's been
Are we on?
Yes.
Richard's been killing people left
Okay.
and right.
Yeah,
so that he can become king, and the relatives of those people that he killed are now starting to go, "Am I next?" And they're starting to push back a little bit, right?
But they're
And
not.
he-
They're not worried about the women that much as they are their husbands or their brothers or whoever. That's why Rivers has disappeared. And those three guys that I named, Gray, Rivers, and whoever.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Okay.
yeah. So now all of a sudden,
Have they ever found-
here's King Richard.
Have they ever found those bodies?
4C1.
I don't think so.
All right.
All
So,
right.
Duchess.
Duchess, all right. Who meets us here? My niece Plantagenet, led in the hand of her kind aunt of Gloucester. Now for my life she's wandering to the tower. Oh, pure heart's love to be the tender princess. Daughter, well read.
God give your graces both a happy and joyful time of day.
As much to you, good sister. Whither away?
No farther than the tower, and as I guess, upon the like devotion as yourselves, to gratulate the gentle princess there.
Kind sister, thanks. We'll enter all together. And in good time here the lieutenant comes. Master Lieutenant, pray you, by your leave, how doth the prince and my young son of York?
Right well, dear madam. By your patience, I may not suffer you to visit them. The king has strictly charged the contrary.
The king? Who's that?
I mean, the Lord Protector.
The Lord protect him from that kingly title. Has he set bounds between their love and me? I am their mother. Who shall bar me from them?
Well, I am their father's mother. I will see them.
Their aunt I am in law, in love their mother. Then bring me to their sights. I'll bear thy blame and take thy office from thee on my peril.
No, madam, no. I may not leave it so. I am bound by oath, and therefore pardon me.
Stanley. Let me meet you ladies. One our hands, and I'll salute your grace of York as mother, and revenge locker on of two fair queens. Come, madam, we must straight to Westminster, there to be crowned Richard's royal queen.
Cut
Wow.
my lace asunder, that my pet heart may have some scope to beat, or else I'll swoon with this dead-killing news.
Despiteful tidings, oh unpleasing news.
Be of good cheer, mother. How's fares you grace?
O Dorset, speak not to me. Get thee gone. Death and destruction dogs these at their heels. Thy mother's name is ominous to children. If thou wilt outstrip death, go across the seas, and live with Richmond from the reach of hell. Go hide thee from the slaughterhouse, lest I increase the number of the dead, and make me die the thrall of Margaret's curse. Not mother, wife, nor England's counted queen.
Full wise cares in your counsel, madame. Take all the swift adventures of the hours, advantage of the hours. You shall have letters from me to my son, in your behalf, to meet you on the way. But not 10 tardy by unwise delay.
Oh, exceptionally wind of misery. On my accursed womb, the bed of death. A cockatrice hast thou hatched into the world, whose unavoided eye is murderous.
Come, madam, come, and all shall haste was sent.
And I with all unwillingness will go. Oh, would to God that the inclusive verge of golden metal that must round my brow were red hot steel to sear me to the brain. Anointed let me be with deadly venom, and die ere men can say, God save the Queen.
Go, poor soul. I envy not thy glory. To feed my humor, wish thyself no harm.
No, why? When he that is my husband now came to me as I followed Henry's corpse, when scarce the blood was well washed from his hands, which issued from my other angel husband, and that dear saint which then I weeping followed, oh, when I say, I looked on Richard's face, this was my wish. Be thou, quoth I, accursed for making me so young, so old a widow. And when thou weddest, let sorrow haunt thy bed, and be thy wife, if any be so mad, more miserable by the life of thee, than thou hast made me by my dear Lord's death. Lo, ere I can repeat this curse again, within so small a time my woman's heart grossly grew captive to his honey words, and proved the subject of my own soul's curse, which hitherto hath held mine eyes from rest. For never yet 1 hour in his bed did I enjoy the golden dew of sleep, but with his timorous dreams were still awaked. Besides, he hates me for my father Warwick, and will no doubt shortly be rid of me.
Poor heart, adieu. I pity thy complaining.
No more than with my soul I mourn for yours.
Farewell, thou woeful welcome of glory.
Adieu, poor soul, that takes thy leave of it.
Duchess.
Duchess. Mr. Duchess.
Duchess, are you Duchess?
Oh, sorry. Go down to Richard, and good fortune guide today.
More.
More. There's more.
Your turn
Oh,
to
yes.
eat.
Oh, good heavens. Yes, there is. I thank you greatly. Go down to Richard, and good ears 10 days. Go down to sanctuary, and good thoughts possess thee. I to my grave, where peace and rest lie with me. 80 odd years of sorrow have I seen, and each hour's joy racked with a week of teen.
Stay, yet look back with me unto the tower. Pity you ancient stones, whose tender babes, whom envy hath immured within your walls. Rough cradle for such little pretty ones. Rude ragged nurse, old sullen playfellow, for tender princess. Use my babies well, so foolish sorrows bids your stones farewell.
You might notice that at least my script starts off with K. Rich, which is King Richard.
Oh, the puzzle is solved.
This one?
Solved.
Give
Mine
the
just
old
says Richard.
Senate
Thank you for that.
could be crowned.
Scene 2, the same, a room of state in the palace. Richard is in pomp crowned, Buckingham Catesby,
Enough, because we gotta get out of here.
the cousin of Buckingham,
My gracious sovereign.
give me thy hand. Thus high, by thy advice and thy assistance, is King Richard seated. But shall we wear these glories for a day, or shall they last and we rejoice in them?
Still live they, and forever let them last.
Ah, Buckingham, how do I play the touch, if to try if thou be current gold indeed? Young Edward lives. Think now what I would speak.
Say on, my loving lord.
Why, Buckingham, I say I would be king.
Why, so you are, my throuse renowned liege.
Huh? Am I king? 'Tis so, but Edward lives.
True, noble prince.
Huh? Bitter consequence that Edward should still live. True, noble prince. Cousin, thou wast not wont to be so dull. Shall I be plain? I wish the bastard's dead, and I would have it suddenly performed. What sayest thou now? Speak suddenly, be brief.
Your grace may do your pleasure.
Tut, tut, thou art all ice, thy kindness freezes. Say, have I thy consent that they shall die?
Give me some little breath, some pause, dear lord, before I positively speak in this. I will resolve you herein presently.
This king is angry, see? He gnaws his lip.
I will converse with iron-witted fools and unrespected boys. None afore me that look into me with considerate eyes. High-reaching Buckingham grows circumspect. Boy!
My lord,
Knowest thou not any whom corrupting gold will tempt into a close exploit of death?
I know a discontented gentleman whose humble means match his hot spirit, and God is as good as 20 orators, and will no doubt tempt him to anything.
What is his name?
His name, my lord, is Tyrrell.
I partly know the man. Go, call him hither. The deep revolving witty Buckingham no more shall be the neighbour to my counsel. Hath he so long held out with me untired, and stops he now for breath? Well, be it so. Oh, now, Lord Stanley, what's the news? No, my noble lord, the Marquis of Gloucester, as I heard, has fled to Richard the III. Come hither, Catesby. Rumor is abroad that Anne, my wife, is very grievous sick. I will take order for her keeping close. Inquire me out some mean poor gentlewoman whom I will marry straight to Clarence's daughter. The boy is foolish, and I fear not him. Look how thou dreamest. I say again, give out that Anne, my queen, is sick, and like to die. About it, for it stands me much upon to stop all hopes whose growth may damage me. I must be married to my brother's daughter, or else my kingdom stands on brittle glass. Murder her brothers, and then marry her. Uncertain way of gain. But I am in so far in blood that sin will pluck on sin. Tear-falling pity dwells not in this eye. Is thy name Tyrrell?
Tyrrell, James Tyrrell, and your most obedient servant.
Art thou indeed?
Prove me, my gracious lord.
Darest thou resolve to kill a friend of mine?
Please you, but I had rather kill 2 enemies.
Why then thou hast it. 2 deep enemies, foes to my rest, and my sweet sleep's disturbers, are they that I would have thee deal upon. Tyrrell, I mean those bastards in the tower.
Let me have open means to come to them, and soon I'll rid you from the fear of them.
Thou singest sweet music. Come hither, Tyrrell. Go by this token. Rise and lend thine ear. There is no more but so, say it is done, and I will love thee and prefer thee for it.
I will dispatch it straight.
My lord, I've considered in my mind the late request that you did sound me in.
Well, let that rest. Dorset is fled to Richmond.
I hear the news, my lord.
Stanley, here's your wife's son. Well, look to it.
My lord, I claim the gift, my due by promise, for which your honor and your faith is pawned, the earldom of Hereford as movables, which you have promised I shall possess.
Stanley, look to your wife. If she convey letters to Richmond, you shall answer it.
What says your highness to my just request?
I do remember me, Henry VI did prophesy that Richmond should be king, when Richmond was a little peevish boy. A king, perhaps.
My lord?
Oh, chance the prophet could not at that time have told me, I being by, that I should kill him.
My lord, your promise for the earldom.
Richmond, when last I was at Exeter, the mayor in courtesy showed me the castle and called it Rougemont, at which name I started, because a bard of Ireland told me once I should not live long after I saw Richmond.
My lord.
What is o'clock?
I am thus bold to put your grace in mind of what you promised me.
What is it o'clock?
Upon the stroke of 10.
Well, let it strike.
Why let it strike?
Because that, like a jack, thou keepest the stroke betwixt thy begging and my meditation. I am not in the giving vein today.
May it please you to resolve me in my suit.
Thou troublest me. I am not in the vein.
And it thus repays he my deep service with such contempt? Made I him king for this? Oh, let me think on Hastings, and be gone to Brecknock with my fearful head is on.
Scene 3. The same enter Tyrrell.
Big moment here. Go.
The tyrannous and bloody act is done. The most argus deed of piteous massacre that ever yet his land was guilty of. Dighton and Forrest, whom I did suborn to do this piece of ruthless butchery, albeit they were fleshed villains, bloody dogs, melted with tenderness and mild compassion, wept like children in their deaths and story. Oh, thus, quoth Dighton, lay the gentle babes. Thus, quoth Forrest, guarding one another within their lapster innocent arms. Their lips were 4 red roses on the stalk, which is in their summer's beauty kiss each other. A book of prayers on their pillow lay, which once, quoth Forrest, almost changed my mind. But oh, the devil! There the villain stopped. When Dighton told on, we smothered the most replenished sweet work of nature, that from prime creation ere the frames. Hence both are gone, with conscience and remorse. They could not speak, so I felt the both to bear this tidings to the bloody king. And here comes all health, my sovereign lord.
Kind Tyrrell, am I happy in thy news?
If so have done the things you have in charge. Forget your happiness, be happy then, for it is done.
But didst thou see them dead?
I did, my lord.
And buried, gentle Tyrrell?
The chaplain of the tower hath buried them, but where, to say the truth, I do not know.
Come to me, Tyrrell, soon at after supper, when thou shalt tell the process of their death. Meantime, but think how I may do thee good, and be inheritor of thy desire. Farewell till then.
I humbly take my leave.
The son of Clarence have I pent up close, his daughter meanly have I matched in marriage. The sons of Edward sleep in Abraham's bosom, and Anne, my wife, hath bid the world good night. For I know the Breton Richmond aims at young Elizabeth, my brother's daughter, and by that knot looks proudly on the crown. To her go I, a jolly, thriving wooer.
All right. Okay, 3 of the ladies get together and they argue about who got what, who got who, and who said, well, let's all just get rid of Richard. Okay, so that's what that scene is. The next thing that happens is that news of Hastings has come, not Hastings, Richmond has come to the island. Okay?
The island?
It has, because they were in France before. Now they're back.
Oh,
England,
Okay.
back in England. Okay.
And
Oh, baby.
hopefully we can get into the moment. This is such a scene.
Where are we now? Act 4.
I recommend everybody watch this if you can take it. Because and by the end of it, you're just like, I want to kill him myself. You know?
Killing those people. He wants a boner daughter.
So we are going to go all the way to Act 5, Scene 3.
Act 5.
And Mr. Richmond at 2:35.
3. Oh, call yourself right up to it. And then what?
2:35 is the line,
Line 2.
and Richmond will give his speech to
Do
his.
your line numbers start at 1 at
Yeah.
scene 3?
So it'd be line 19 in this book.
What?
Okay. Richmond is reading to are speaking to his soldiers.
The wary son.
We're starting at what line?
We're starting at the middle.
I have
I
235.
have 20 in mind, but
Okay, so it says, enter on the other side of the field Richmond, Sir William Brandon, Oxford, and other officers. Some of the soldiers hitch Richmond's
Very
tent. That
sad.
one?
I want to go further.
No, further. So enter to his tent King Richard, Norfolk, Ratcliffe, and Catesby.
King Richard? No, this is Richmond.
Richmond, where
Is
it
it the wary
begins,
son
the
had the
wary
big golden
son.
That's one of those things where we switch it back and forth.
A long speech of Richmond's, starting with more than I have said.
Okay.
And you'll find out why I said that. So Peter's going to be busy for the next 5 minutes.
I'm not.
Oh,
This
he's
is
got a
different.
More than I have said.
Oh.
Richmond or Richard? Right?
Richmond.
This is line 237
What?
in my book.
Let me give you my book.
What?
If I give you my book,
Is
you'll
it,
get
is
there.
it starting with,
This is
235.
after the ghost, right? The
Yes,
ghost of
after
Lady
the
Anne.
Past all the ghosts.
Past the ghost.
Yeah.
After the
Not gonna
past-
have
Why then?
Past my kingdom for a
Past
horse?
lords.
No, no,
Nope, nope.
Why then it starts?
235,
Yeah, that's the one.
235?
and then we'll finally get into the battle.
It's right after upon the stroke of 4.
More than I have said.
I
Loving
have
my country.
4 pages left.
Oh,
No, I
it's
don't.
actually-
I'm sorry. Let's go to scene 5.
Jesus.
Okay.
no wonder we can't find
Skip
it.
to the end. Finish.
Line easy.
Act
Okay,
wisely,
Richmond speaks.
God in your arms be praised.
Richmond speaks.
5-5.
Oh, rats.
There's no Act 5, Scene 5 in mine.
No, let's do Act
There's in mine.
Scene 4.
Scene 4.
Act 5, Scene 4. Catesby speaks.
Scene 4, another part of the field.
Oh, yeah.
Alarum, excursions, enter Norfolk and forces. To him, Catesby. Are we all well met at Scene 4? Act 5, Scene 4.
Catesby, who's...
No, it's Catesby.
Are you? Good.
Rescue my Lord.
I'm Norfolk.
Act 4, Scene 5?
Yeah.
Act 4, Scene 4. Act 5, Scene 4.
I think I have my book.
I found it. I found it.
Rescue my Lord.
Okay.
Rescue my lord of Norfolk. Rescue. Rescue! The king enacts more wonders than the man, daring an opposite to every danger. His horse is slain, and all on foot he fights, seeking for Richmond in the throat of death. Rescue, fair lord, or else the day is lost.
Horse! Horse! A king, my kingdom for horse!
Withdraw, my lord! I'll help you to a horse.
Slave! I have set my life upon a cast, and I will stand the hazard of the die. I think there be 6 Richmonds in the field. 5 have I slain today, instead of him. A horse! A horse! My kingdom for a horse!
Scene 5.
Scene 5.
Richmond?
Oh,
Richmond.
Richmond. Scene 5.
Who's Richmond? Peter.
5-5? 5-5?
5-5.
You want to say the other?
Scene 5.
Your lines, sir?
Not Richmond, Stanley.
No, you're Richard. Richmond. You're the hero of the bunch.
What?
You're the hero.
Battlefield promotion
Richmond?
to Richmond.
So being Richmond and Stanley?
No, you're
I
Derby,
won't
yeah.
find Stanley.
Okay, you gave me Stanley here, that's why.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
You just do Richmond.
You do Richmond.
Okay.
Mikey's his stand.
Drive in
I
your
was
lane.
confused. Okay.
I'll do something.
Sorry.
Okay. Oh, the Richmond Stanley bearing the crown with diverse other modes and forces.
Your own be praised, victorious friends. The day is ours. The bloody dog is dead.
There, gorgeous Richard. Courageous Richard will has to acquit. There. Lo, there is long absurd royalty from the dead temples of his bloody wretch. Have I plucked off
to grace my blows with all. Wear it, enjoy it, and make much of it.
Great God of heaven, say amen to all. But tell me, is the young George Stanley living?
He is, my lord, and safe in Leicester town. Whether it's to please you, you may now withdraw us.
What men of name are slain on the other side?
John, Duke of Norfolk, Walter, Lord Ferrers, Sir Robert Brackenbury, and Sir William Brandon.
Inter their bodies as becomes their births. Proclaim a pardon to the soldiers fled, that in submission will return to us. And then, as we have taken this sacrament, we will unite the white rose and the red. Smile heaven upon this fair conjunction that long have frowned upon their enmity. What traitor hears me and says not amen? Amen! England up and mad and scarred there in herself. The brothers blindly shed their brother's blood. The father rashly slaughtered his own son compelled, been butcher to the sire. And all that divided York and Lancaster, divided in this dire division. Now let Richmond and Elizabeth, true successors of each royal house, by God's fair ordinance, conjoin together, and let their heirs, if God, if his will be so, enrich the time to come with smooth-faced peace, with smiling plenty and fair prosperous days. Abate the edge of traitors, gracious Lord, that would reduce these bloody days again, and make poor England weep in the streams of blood. Let them not live to taste this land's increase, that would with reason wound this fair land's peace. Now civil wounds are stopped, peace lives again. Long may she live here, and God say, Amen!
Amen! You started us off and you finished it off.
Now is the winter of your discontent.
Wow.
Are you going back to the book room?
There's only library books in there.
I've got the one library book.
I'll take the library book back to
Just for fun.
Time around,
I gotta have you
No,
sing
no,
for
it's
my
30
class.
years.
say that.
And they were going to be on the news. We're going to go international every year. So that's
Give
right.
me the library book, I'll take it back
For
for you.
Shakespeare
Okay.
volunteer
Yeah,
group,
I'll
right?
go fix
They're
my
going to
library.
the Guinness World Records.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're going to make it
I
happen.
didn't know it was going on that long.
Yeah.
No one